This video brought to you by Mike's Barbecue
on Route 32 in Denison.
Come on down, we got some great food. That's Mike's Barbecue.
Is there anything wrong with being called a redneck? Every state has them, especially Iowa. You just might find that almost everyone in the Hawkeye state is at least a quarter redneck. The goal today is to show where the most redneck cities are in the big old state of Iowa. How do we do it? We measure the things most rednecks love. You know, shooting, hunting, fishing, chewing tobacco, even Walmarts. Let's get started. Our first stop on the redneck circus of Iowa starts in Coatesville, a tiny little town about 3 bears south of Iowa City on Route 70. This place is 97% white and has the 5th most bars per capita in the state. Have you ever heard about the Coatesville Redneck Revival? It's run by some guy named Possum. This event draws in Iowa necks of all walks of life, truckers, bikers, and the rest of the good old boys. It features the loudest stereo contest, a big truck competition, and an adult mud bog race. What does an Iowa redneck do when he wins the mud bog race? He changes his Facebook profile pic. You know there's lots of rednecks in Maquoketa, a pretty fun place right along the Maquoketa River south of Dubuque. Maquoketa ranks 2nd for dollar stores, 9th for tobacco stores, and is 8th for fishing and bait shops in Iowa. Not only can folks here pluck fish right out of the big old river all day, but there are tons of other smaller creeks and ponds nearby. And when did a no fishing sign ever stop a redneck anyways? With Walmart right in town, a redneck wouldn't have to leave at all. In fact, with all the bow hunting in the area, a Maquoketa neck could probably stick coons right in the Walmart parking lot and no one would care. About halfway between Omaha and Des Moines, along Route 34, is the real redneck town of Red Oak. The high school graduation rate here is 76%, and as we know, rednecks just hate school. Nearby is the Anderson Wildlife Area, where necks can spend all weekend long shooting at varmints. You know, deer, turkey, brown squirrel, gray squirrel, coon, beaver, baby otter. Seems like there's rednecks in every nook and cranny in Iowa. Here in Fort Madison, the number of places to get chew is the 2nd highest in the state, and the number of places to get guns and ammo is 8. Fort Madison is 93% white, and internet forums have indicated this area has the best white-tailed deer hunting in the entire state. Rednecks in Fort Madison could probably plug a deer from a stand in their own backyards. Oh wait, this is Iowa. They have deer stands in their front yards. Continuing our redneck tour of Iowa, we come to Missouri Valley, a necky little town way out along the Nebraska state line. You know when you get there because you'll see a big old pile of beer cans. Missouri Valley is 4th for gun stores and 8th for bars per capita in Iowa. You can bet the necks way out there know how to use their guns too. So you better not cross them when filling up at Come and Go. Fact is, the deer walk right up your driveway in Missouri Valley, so even little baby rednecks here probably plug themselves a button buck every fall. Boone, Iowa might not be too far away from Ames, but this place is crawling with rednecks too. They have a 75% high school graduation rate, and they rank 5th for bars per person. As a bonus, there's a boatload of dollar stores in and around Boone. That means there's simply no excuse for a Boone redneck to show up to a Coon Rapids barbecue empty-handed.
This is Mike at Mike's Barbecue again. Did I mention that we got gator? We got some good gator. Come down and try our gator and we will throw in some hush puppies. That's Mike's Barbecue
on Route 32 in Denison. Continuing our neck tour of Iowa, we come to Bloomfield, a teeny little place way down by Ottumwa. Bloomfield can claim a population that's 99% white, so you know every single person here is some shade of red. They've got everything a redneck needs in Bloomfield: a tobacco store, a bar, a couple dollar stores, and a few trailer parks. Is there anything more American than an Iowa trailer park redneck getting after it on opening day of hunting season? The answer is no. No, there's not. If you took Route 30 west from Ames, eventually you come to little old Denison, Iowa, where the high school graduation rate here is 62%. That means 1 in 3 people here thought school was for fools. That's okay though, Denison necks. Maybe you have it all figured out. You knew it was far more important to go out and get stuck in the mud somewhere instead of sitting in class on Monday mornings. Way up on Route 71, practically in Minnesota, is the little place of Spirit Lake, which is 1st in Iowa for Walmarts and 2nd in the state for fishing. For a redneck, having a Walmart to your very own is like short lines to Disneyland. And this place is absolutely surrounded by water. You can imagine that all the rednecks in Spirit Lake spend all weekend long pulling out catfish and bluegill, catching a buzz, listening to the Hawkeyes on the radio. And where's the most redneck city in Iowa? That would be Fort Dodge. Located about 4 beers north of Des Moines, we're speculating this entire place is some shade of neck. They rank 3rd for smoke shops, 5th for Walmarts, and they're 5th in Iowa for bars per capita. Fort Dodge rednecks wear camo to church, so you know they're gonna wear camo when they go to Pizza Ranch. Other Fort Dodge musts: a red solo cup for spit and chew, a mullet, an old hunting cap, and a fishing pole. If you live in Fort Dodge or any of the other rednecky Iowa cities we mentioned, you live in redneck heaven. Consider yourself blessed.
Y'all come. Y'all come. Y'all come. Oh, you all come see us down there.